All right, here we go. Heat 1, Becky Snodgrass and Cody Kennedy on the front row. Ryan McDaniel and Vern Spring have the second row. Dean Buck, Richie Joplin on the third row. Scott Snodgrass, David Lux on the fourth row, and Austin Edwards rounds out the field. Brian Hewitt pointed out that Ryan does drive better in reverse, and Becky does not appear to be taking the grid. The inside line will move up. Cody Kennedy dropped to the tail end of the field, putting Ryan McDaniel and Vern Spring on the front row for Heat 1. Pace car will take him around one more time. The sun is down, the lights are on, we are short tracking, and you know what that means. Tempers tend to flare under the lights. Here we go, pace car is in, and green flag is in the air. Ryan and Vern lead them side by side into turn one. Ryan pulls ahead. David Lux and Dean Buck. Dean Buck losing some ground there as Richie Joplin on the attack for second. Austin Edwards already up to fifth place, and Richie's back bumper. Ryan McDaniel needs to get away quickly. Austin just set the fastest lap so far as he battles for third place. Holy cow, he's trying to get the nose under Vern. He finally clears Richie. Ryan still has the lead. Coming to 4 to go in Heat 1, but for how much longer? Right now, Vern Spring is Ryan McDaniel's best friend if he wants to pull off the win. In Heat 1, Vern has got to hold Austin up, but Austin may have it here. Austin gets a good run, clears Vern now into second. And Austin's going to try and make the move up top. 2 laps to go for Ryan McDaniel. Can he hold off the GOAT? Through 3 and 4, Austin right on Ryan's bumper. It's going to be a battle. White flag. There's a wreck back behind. Austin just got into Ryan and sent him to the wall. And out of turn 4, Austin Edwards wins Heat 1. I am sure that is not the way Austin wanted to win that one. On to Heat 2. David Lux, Brandon Murphy on the front row. Brad Ronning and Byron Gay on the second row. Brian Hewitt, Tyler Clifford on the third row. Austin Ruskoff and Chris Johnson round out the field. They stack up, getting ready. John, definitely an ouch, buddy. I'm sure ouch is exactly what Ryan said as he slid backwards into the wall. Or another four-letter word. Everybody gets stacked up ready for this one. Heat 1 had a lot of excitement. What will we see in Heat 2? We'll see the pace car go to pit road, and here we go. Green flag is in the air for Heat 2. Ronning quickly clears traffic. Hewitt already trying to take second from Murphy. Ruskoff on the move. Back behind Byron Gay, battling with Brandon Murphy. Murphy continuing to go backwards as Tyler Clifford gets by, moves into fifth. Oh! Big problem for Ronning. Hewitt gets by. Hewitt just set the fastest lap in Heat 2 as he's already pulling away from Austin Ruskoff, but Austin clears traffic. Ronning fighting back on the bottom to stay on the podium. But Byron up top has got the run. Oh, Byron is loose. Byron is big loose. Chris Johnson slips by. Brandon Murphy, Tyler Clifford right behind. Ruskoff now has the fastest lap of the heat as he tries to close the gap on Hewitt. Clifford and Murphy still batting out for fourth and fifth. Chris Johnson trying to pull back up on the top two, but this is going to come down to Hewitt and Ruskoff. Out of turn 4, white flag flies. One more time around. Hewitt gets the run out of 2. He's got a couple car lengths. Ruskoff doesn't have enough. Brian Hewitt will win Heat 2. Austin coming home in second. Chris Johnson in third. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's main event. Riley Duncan and Edmund Jones on the front row. Austin Edwards and Brian Hewitt have the second row. Richie Joplin, Austin Ruskoff on the third row. David Lux, Chris Johnson on the fourth. Scott Snodgrass and Brandon Murphy round out the top 10. Dean Buck starting in 11th next to Tyler Clifford in 12th. Cody Kennedy in 13th. Byron Gay in 14th, Ryan McDaniel in 15th, David Lux in 16th, Vern Spring, Brad Ronning, and Becky Snodgrass round out the field. Becky did not take the grid. Austin Edwards has dropped to the tail end of the field. I'm guessing Austin dropping to the field due to the incident the last lap incident in that heat. Pace car brings him around one more time. He'll drop in the middle of 3 and 4. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. They are underway at 5 flags. Everybody off into 1 and 2. Riley already clears traffic. Edmund Jones and Richie Joplin back behind us. We've got 3 wide. Oh, holy cow! Edmund Jones had a problem. Slipped back to 5th. Richie Joplin now moving up into 2nd as we've got more 3 wide and caution is out. Dean Buck hard into the wall. First caution of the night. And Dean Buck is tore up. See if we can see where this started at. Scott Snodgrass coming out of turn 4 and gets 3 wide briefly. Oh, he gets hit, sent hard to the outside wall. And unfortunately, right behind Dean Buck, comes into turn 1 as Scott comes down, gets up on the right sides and smacks the crap out of the wall. Both Scott and Dean have gone to pit road, as has Austin Ruskoff. We saw Dean limping it back. Scott was unable to limp his car back, had to tow it in. Riley Duncan still up front. Richie Joplin in 2nd. Brian Hewitt in 3rd. David Lux in 4th. Edmund Jones in 5th. Chris Johnson, Brandon Murphy, Cody Kennedy, Byron Gay, and Tyler Clifford round out your top 10. Vern Spring up 6 spots into 11th. Lights are out. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Riley quickly clears traffic once again. Edmund Jones loses some ground, slips back to 6th on the restart. Cody Kennedy also losing some ground up top. Byron Gay looking underneath. That's the battle for 8. Vern Spring has managed to move his way up into 10th. Coming past 11th place, Tyler Clifford. Austin Edwards is on the march. Austin, who went to the tail end at the start, is now back up into 11th and making his way to the front. Edmund Jones in 6th, though, has the fastest lap so far. Unfortunately, Dean Buck and Scott Snodgrass's Chances are gone. They are both still on pit road. Richie right on. Ooh, Richie kisses the wall. He is right on Riley's bumper. Chris Johnson in fourth, trying to reel in David Lux, but now has to battle with Edmund Jones. Ryan McDaniel starting to make some moves himself, up to 13th, and looking underneath Tyler Clifford for 12th. Clifford gets a good run out of 4 though. Austin Ruskoff was in under that caution and starting to make his way back toward the front as well in 14th. Brandon Murphy now up into 7th and closing the gap on Hewitt just ahead. And a lot of folks talk about it is easy to do an oval race. It's just turning left. Well, this is riding along with Brandon Murphy. He can't see to the right because of that air filter. Not to mention, these cars have so much power. You hear him having to ease onto the gas just to get back on the brake. On the gas, feathering. Oh, big wreck right in front of him. Caution is back out. Riley Duncan and Richie Joplin, who were up front, involved. Brian Hewitt, Vern Spring, Byron Gay, all involved. Let's see what happened. There's Richie in second. Oh, looks like he just tapped Riley. They both end up in the wall. Everybody piles in. There was nowhere for Brian Hewitt and many others to go. Ouch. Hey, good evening, Kirk. Chris Johnson, Riley Duncan, Cody Kennedy all had to tow to pit road. Austin Edwards, Brian Hewitt, Ryan McDaniel, Vern Spring, and Dean Buck also in. David Lux survives. Edmund Jones makes it through. Richie already staying out. Brandon Murphy gets caught up in, or avoids it rather. Byron Gray now up into 5th. Tyler Clifford in 6th. Austin Ruskoff makes his way through as well. That was great wreck avoidance by Brandon Murphy. As here we go. Green flag back in the air. David Lux shoots out to the lead. First time Lux has been out front tonight, but Edmund Jones, you know, after that early incident that sent him way back, he is trying to reel him back in. Richie back there in 3rd. He gave that little bit of a love tap to Riley. Did he get any damage? Brandon Murphy in fourth, Byron Gay in fifth, Tyler Clifford back in sixth as both Austins right behind. Ruskoff in seventh, Edwards in eighth. For the moment, Lux is holding on to it. Edmond now takes the lead over David Lux, Ritchie in third, Murphy in fourth. Byron Gay up into fifth. Austin Edwards has made his way to sixth. Brad Ronning now takes seventh from Tyler Clifford. Austin Ruskoff now is going to try and take advantage. David Lux staying in the tire tracks of Edmund Jones for the moment. Brandon Murphy about 1.1 seconds back and trying to close the gap. Ritchie has slipped back to fourth. You have to wonder if he's had a little damage as Byron Gay looks underneath. Byron now up 10 spots into fourth. Kirk, I think what you mean is was having a good race. Austin Edwards, who dropped to the tail end at the start, was caught a little piece of that first incident, has now made his way back into the top five. Brad Ronning also on the march, Ronning up 11 spots into 7. Austin Ruskoff now in 8th. Tyler Clifford in 9th. David Lux has drifted back to 10. We actually have two names showing up as David Lux tonight. I'm not sure why. So the real David Lux is in second place. And I'm not 100% sure who that driver is. Brandon Murphy was gaining ground on the top two, but that is stabilized, and he holds third, but not for much longer. Austin Ruskoff has caught him. Dean Buck is back out on track, trying to pick up some points. Chris Johnson, Cody Kennedy, and Vern Spring still on pit road. Riley Duncan out of the race. Dean could potentially pick up a lot of points here tonight. Austin Edwards has taken third place from Murphy, is 1.5 seconds back and gaining on the leaders. Just over half the race left to go. Austin is likely going to be able to run him down. Byron Gay, biggest mover. Well, he was the biggest mover of the night. The fake Lux has had a problem and gone to pit road. Oh, hard hit out of turn 4. Just slams that outside wall, gets stuck on the infield wall, and has to tow it in. Edmund Jones still out front, starting to make his way through lap traffic. Oh, David Lux got the apron and Austin has got him. Austin ran him down from 1.5 seconds back in just a matter of about 5 laps. Lux ain't gonna make it easy, fights back. Brandon Murphy back and forth, Byron Gay in 5th. Murphy is starting to gain a little ground on Lux at the moment. Richie Joplin has drifted back into 6th and is under attack as Brad Ronning continues his march forward. Cody Kennedy had come back off pit road. He is limping it back in. Austin Edwards now in 2nd, 1 second behind Edmund at the moment. It may come down to Edmund has not had to fight as much traffic as Austin has, and likely hasn't used up as much of his tires. But if Austin has conserved any tire at all, when he gets to Edmund, he could make short work of it. Richie Joplin back in 6th. Brad Ronning still in his bumper. Clifford battles with Ruskoff. He's got to run underneath. Clifford now back up into 8th. Closing back up on Brad Ronning and Richie Joplin. Austin Edwards now half a second back. Cody Kennedy did end up towing back to his pit stall. He may be done for the night. Meanwhile, Dean Buck continuing to turn laps is now up into 13th. I doubt he's going to catch Vern Spring, but you never know with other cars on pit road. This could be a huge points night later in the season. And Austin Edwards has caught Edmund Jones. However, both the leaders are going to be in heavy lap traffic for a while. That lap traffic could play a big factor here. Edmund gets down under the lap car first as we look down from the blimp. But just a straightaway ahead, they'll come up on another one, and this may be the theme for the rest of this race. Getting word from the garage. Sources say Cody Kennedy is already in his rental car headed home. A heartbreak for a guy who is definitely a championship contender. Now the top two nose to tail all the way around this track. Austin likely going to sit there for several laps and wait to see if Edmund makes a mistake. As they come up on Richie Joplin, who has drifted back to 9th place. Tyler Clifford up to 8th. Austin Ruskoff has gotten back by. Brad Ronning just ahead in 6th. Clifford definitely running a different line than the two cars ahead. Loses ground on corner entry, gains it back on exit. And as they get ready to go side by side just ahead, he may be able to capitalize on it. Edmund Jones still holds on to the lead. Austin still on his bumper. Lux back in 3rd, Murphy in 4th, Byron Gay in 5th. In that 3-car battle, Brad Ronning, Austin Ruskoff, and Tyler Clifford, as Clifford gets the opening once again under Ruskoff. The leaders not far behind. They've got lap traffic ahead of this 3-car battle. Clifford sees, whoa! Clifford almost had the opening to take the position. Brad Ronning holds him off for the moment as the leaders get stuck in traffic. They finally get back by, but the leaders are about to be involved with this battle. Laps to go. When the leaders get here, it could be a deciding moment for both groups of cars. There you see Edmund Jones, Austin Edwards right behind as Clifford takes sixth. They are still battling as here come the leaders. Ruskoff moves out of the way. Oh! Ronning gets the wall. Edmund shoots underneath of him. That gave Clifford a bit of breathing room. And look, holy cow! Austin was going to the apron for that. Next time by will be 10 laps to go. Who's it gonna be? 10 to go. Edmund with the lead. Austin looking for any way by. And lap traffic will come into play. Sparks fly as Edmund kisses the wall. Austin has a run, looks underneath. Austin has the nose ahead, coming out of 4. It may come down to which way Clifford goes, but Austin clears. Edmund crosses over. And it's side by side for the lead yet again. Edmund has the nose back ahead as they come up on Clifford. Whoa, it gets close out of 4. Edmund trying to hold him off. Austin using that high line on corner exit to gain some momentum. This battle has benefited Tyler Clifford hugely. He is now up into 5th place as the leaders battle back behind. At the line, it is Austin Edwards that time. Whoa! A little bit of banging as they come across. 3 laps to go at 5 flags, and this is still up for grabs. Byron Gray has had a problem at going to pit road. It is Edmund Jones at the line that time. 2 to go. Edmund pulls back ahead as they go into 3 and 4. Austin gets aggressive. White flag one more time. Austin sends it deep into 1. Down the back straightaway, side by side. Nobody is lifting. Out of turn 4, they bang tires. It's Edmund Jones at the line. Austin Edwards comes home in 2nd, and David Lutz a very, very close 3rd. All right, let's talk to our top 3, starting with David Lutz. David, they are going to have to change your nickname soon, buddy.
Yeah. Last week, and just been on something. I don't know what's going on.
Well, man, it was one heck of a run. You were definitely up there giving the guys everything you could. It was obvious you had a ton of speed tonight. Came home in third. You got to be happy about that.
Yeah. Actually, well deserved. I felt like, street stocks last week, I was driving crazy. I was finished fourth. Mods, I think, fifth or something like that. Felt nice to finally get under him. I sent Austin a little message with that little bump. I didn't want him to win.
Well, buddy, great job tonight. Congratulations. We'll have to talk with the admins about changing the nickname, because it ain't David No Talent Lux no more.
Thank you.
Great job, buddy.
Thank you.
Lux comes home in third. Austin Edwards comes home in second. Austin, it was so close.
Doug, I'm amazed right now. Usually we'll see some bumping and banging and close finishes and stuff like the straight stocks like you usually see me in, but I don't know if I've ever ran that many laps side by side. That was the craziest finish to a race, and I wasn't expecting to be up there, starting out in the back because my incident in the heat race, dropped down to the pits early, got some fresher tires, but pretty much burned them all up coming up to the field, and just inched away at Ed's lead, got up to him, and by the time I got to him, my tires were gone, so it was a Hail Mary at that point.
Well, I have to say, man, the fact that you survived that big crash right in front of you, that had a lot to do with it. It put you in a great position. And then you had to fight your way up, and that, like you said, that battle with Edmund, the back and forth, was amazing. With 3 laps to go, you were leading at the line and led like the previous 2 laps. It was like 5 to go, 4 to go, and 3 to go. It was you at the line. And then Edmund started inching ahead.
Yeah, no, it was a complete toss-up just because of the tires alone. Like I said, I was able to get down to the pits early and grab some fresh tires. So my tires had about 80 laps on them. Ed's had about 100. But coming up to the field, burned my tires up. I got to him. Felt like I was a little better. And then his tires started to go away. My tires started to go away. And then obviously I got by him for a split second. He got back to my inside. And going up to the highest, I just burned up the tires real bad on my car. So we were both sliding around out of control, running into each other. Thought we were both going to go into the fence there a couple of times, but turned out to be a crazy finish. Tried to pull the crossover coming down to the white flag, and just didn't quite have enough drive off at the line. But either way, that was an unbelievable race. Had to be a good show for you guys up in the broadcast booth.
It definitely was, man, and congratulations. One heck of a battle and one heck of a finish, man.
Thank you, Doug.
And finally, our winner tonight, we'll never hear the end of it, Edmund Jones. Well, you got Austin Edwards at the line. You got to be pleased.
Hey, that is something that's never going to happen again, and I'm going to screenshot that, make sure he knows for the rest of time that I actually beat him in a race, because that was just epic. Like, to say that I beat arguably one of the best iRacers in general on iRacing, especially short track guys, it just, wow. I don't even know what to say. And to have 2 really photo finishes the first 2 weeks of the season and be involved in both of them in the mods, hope it was as exciting for you as it was for us here on the track, Doug.
It definitely was, man. Congratulations. Definitely an awesome race and a great win, buddy.
Hey, thanks, Doug. We'll see you guys next week. I won't be here. Everybody beat Dropwood at North Wilkesboro. Nobody let him win, please. That's all I got to say.
Great job, man.
Thank you.
Edmund Jones pulls off the win at Five Flags. Thank you guys so much, but don't forget, still a lot of racing to come. We love seeing you guys out here every night. Tomorrow night, the season finale of the C12 Street Stocks. Wednesday night, the Retro Trucks. Thursday night, Home Motorsports is back. And a whole lot more to come. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.